Yeah. So I'm going to just go fast right now. I don't really have so much time tonight because I'll be going to work very soon. Captain Osa even said that about him in his 1 hour 49 minutes broadcast. A man with a good plan for the future is one that can take us there, not one who sees nothing he can do about the future, rather blame the present situation to define the future. I said, Obaseki actually had a plan for the future. Captain Osa even said that about him during his 1 hour 49 minutes broadcast. A man with a good plan for the future is one that can take us there, not one who sees nothing he can do about the future, rather blame the present situation to define the future. Number two, you should vote Obaseki. You should vote for a man who loves the progress of all, not just some few. Why you must vote Obaseki is that Obaseki is a man that loves the progress of all, not just some few. Number three, you should vote for a man who knows laborers are worthy of their wages. You should vote for a man who knows that laborers are worthy of their wages. So, if your father is a civil servant, if your mother is what is it called? Is a pensioner, you should go tell them. If you want your salary to be paid as at when due, you must vote for a man that has your welfare as his priority. Number four, you should vote for a man who wants to take governance to the next level. We have seen what Obaseki is doing as far as governance is concerned in Edo State. He had taken Edo to the next level as far as governance is concerned. Number five, you should vote for a man that wants to free the Edo people from political bondage. Where the lies of Tinubu will come all the way from Lagos to come and tell us in Edo State who to vote for, who not to vote for. That will tell you how much pains that Obaseki had caused these guys who had decided to hold the entire state or the entire nation in bondage for their own personal selfish interests. Let me make something very clear here. These guys do not even care about Pastor Sagi Izeyamo. No. Tinubu doesn't care about Izeyamo. Neither do Shomole cares about Izeyamo. No. They only just care about themselves just because both of them cannot contest again as governors in Edo State or in any state as far as Nigeria is concerned. That is why they are trying to use some people as their stooge to perpetrate all their evil plans on Edo people. The Edo gubernatorial election is all about the 2023. Those of you that watch Tinubu, broadcast on TVC, you will hear him saying that his intention is all about the 2023 general election, nothing more. It doesn't have any interest on the Edo people. Doesn't have any interest on the person of Pastor Sagi Izeyamo. No. He's interested in his own political survival. That is one reason why you must vote Obaseki for continuity. Number six, you should vote for a man that has decided to stand in the side of the people. A man that has said, I will not allow you to make the people dry. A man that refused the drivers and all other people who were non-governmental actors that were collecting huge money from our drivers and market women to stop doing that, and they have been able to reduce, the cost of the tax or revenue being collected by these people to the barest minimal level. Such a man is a man you need to vote for in order for him to be able to clear the entire political, situation in Edo State. In another 4 years, we the Edos will be so proud that we have a state called Edos, where the lions and the tigers will be returned back to the zoo where they actually belongs to. They will no more be terrorizing, the people on the street of Benin City or in any street around the Edo, state metropolis. Number 6, you should vote for a man who had 7. You should vote for a man who had decided to fight and bury Godfather once and for all. When Oshiomhole came in, he decided to fight Godfather, and we all joined him. But the moment Oshiomhole buried Godfather, we never knew. He only put Godfather in the grave, but he never poured sand on it to bury it finally. After Oshiomhole left office, he assumed the Godfatherism and put on the clothes and become the new Godfather in town. But thank God there is another man that decided to come in to make sure that Godfather never resurrected again, as far as Edo is concerned. One reason why we must continue to lie behind a man that has come to bury Godfather. If Obaseki likes, after 4 years, let him want to act as a Godfather, the Edo people will turn against him and humiliate him just the way they are humiliating Oshiomhole today. If anybody will come after Obaseki and want to become a Godfather, the Edo people will come against him and humiliate him just the way they're going to humiliate Obaseki if you want to be a Godfather, and the way we are humiliating Oshiomhole today. This fight is not just a fight that will end here. We're going to continually fighting this fight until the entire Edo is liberated from these political jobbers who do not have any other job to do. Yes, my brother, I saw that. I said them, they are buying people's PVCs with wrappers. They are buying people PVCs with wrappers. That is the highest level of corruption. God bless. That's what I told somebody. I said, how many PVC can they buy? The highest they can buy is 2,000. If they actually believed that they have what it takes to win an election, by giving people, wrappers and taking their PVCs. And it's a shame for some of our mothers and fathers who are selling the future of their children for just a wrapper that costs nothing less than 3,000 naira. They've forgotten that their actions or inaction today will affect their children and their children yet unborn. They have forgotten that today, the PVC they are selling today for just a wrapper that will last for 1 year, and then it will become useless. At the end of the day, they will start crying that the government did not do anything, whereas you sold your birthright for just a pot of porridge. You sold your destiny for just a pot, a wrapper, a 6 years wrapper. Even the wrapper said, not be even Hollandis. Not be even Hollandis. Now the cheapest wrapper they said 2,500 naira. You sold your future. You sold your unborn children's future for 2,500 naira wrapper. I pity our people. How will government work for you when you sell your future? How will they work for you when you sell your destiny? Even in the Bible days, when Esau sold his destiny, God could not do anything to help Esau. Even in God could not do anything to help Esau when Esau sold his birthright. Let me tell you, if you sell your birthright and you start crying, the God of heaven will not answer you if you like curse them. The curse not to reach their body because they bought and paid. If you don't know that now, if you like, go and do all the course you want to do. It will not affect any of these people that is buying your destiny with their money. If you sell, you can go and cost them. Nothing will happen. It will not affect them because they actually paid for it. Number 8, you should vote for a man who respects and appreciates our senior citizens. In the time of Oshobole, our senior citizens, which are our pensioners, they were on the street protesting. Every Monday they put on black, and every Thursday they put on red. But today, our senior citizens sit at home, and all they hear is Makam, Makam, Makam. Okoti, like I said, you're not listening. I don't care who is sharing it. I don't care who is sharing the rapper. I don't care whether it's APC, whether it's PDP. I am saying whosoever that decide to sell his birthright, whosoever is ready to sell his birthright for whatsoever reason, we have himself to blame. That's what I'm saying. But in that video, we said that the cap that they put on, that the lady put on, was a POI cap, not a PDP cap. In the video where they were, selling, making business, a trade by barter, bring your PVC and collect a wrapper, it was a POI guy, a POI lady that was actually in that place. So not an obaseki guy. So those of us who understand how things work, it doesn't matter if it's your candidate. You must stand for the truth. We want Edo to move forward. We should not be doing things just because we feel this is my party or this is my candidate. When things are not going well, try and tell your people to say, no, this is not the way we should go. We are all fighting for a better Edo. I am not fighting for obaseki. No, I am fighting for a better Edo. I'm fighting for a better Edo. That is what we are standing for. So if something is wrong in your political party, you must be able to tell them and say, please, this is not right. I remember one of my friends put up a post when some people were trying to use, the campaign of the PDP to extract money from the government. We put up a post to blast them. We didn't say because we are supporting obaseki, we have to not support evil. We came out on these people, on the social media face. We gave them a blast to say, you must stop this nonsense. That is how we want to play this politics. Our generation must stand for the truth, not political affiliation. Somebody decided to go and make rappers and start selling, start giving up to people. When the person wins tomorrow, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So, where was I? Yeah, number 9. You should vote for a man who had decided to build the future instead of eating the future. You should vote for a man who have decided to build the future instead of eating the future. Number 10, you should vote for a man who sees government as a means to serve, not to lord over the people. You should vote for a man who sees government as a means to serve, not to lord over the people. Number 11, You should vote for a man who has tried to make everyone equal before the law. You should vote for a man who has tried to make everyone equal before the law. Number 9, number 12. You should vote for a man who had the initiative to start a private power plant first in the history of Nigeria. This man is thinking 10 years ahead of these people. Where these guys are thinking within 1 year, Obaseki is thinking 10 years ahead of these people. 13, you should vote for a man who had an initiative to invest 20% into the phase 1 of the Edo refinery. The same money that the other looted. You should vote for a man who had an initiative to invest 20% into the phase 1 of the Edo modular refinery, the same money that the other looted. One is crying. This man ate 700 million. Somebody else invested 700 million. Who better pass? The same money that you are being dragged up and down by EFCC is the same money that Obaseki had invested into a project that will last generations yet upon. So who can now say otherwise? Number 14. You should vote for a man who built special accommodation for the Libya's returnees. This has not been done. This guy is trying to create something new with the meager resources that is coming his way. He's doing everything to work within the little financial resources that is getting as a state. Instead of allowing these people to be on the street to cause more damage to the economic system of Nigeria, he said to build them a well-equipped housing where when they come in, they can put them there, rehabilitate them, teach them some way of doing things, and integrate them into the society. You should vote for a man who has taught our young brothers who are into Yahoo Yahoo and Yahoo Yahoo Plus and rehabilitate them to become IT experts. You guys, sometimes I don't wonder. I don't know how you guys see governance. For if you live in abroad, if you live overseas, and you're not actually seeing what some of us are seeing, I'm a little bit worried. The reason why I'm worried is because you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking, and I cannot be able to explain that. How some of us think. I sometimes I sit down like I start thinking. I've been in Europe for quite some time. I'm going close to 20 decades in Europe right now, and I know how things works here. Somebody is saying uh, 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 the private power plant will not work in 10 years. It's a pity how some of us think. It's a pity how some of us think. It's quite a pity how some of us think. I want to say something here before I continue. In Europe, where most of you lives in, for example, and let me use Sweden as an example. We had a train station, we called it the commuter train. You know, they started building the underground commuter train for the past 12 years. 12 years. It took them 12 years to finish that train station. It's about 10 story down into the underground. They crack the rock. They break the rock. They destroy the rock. And it took them 12 years, 12 years for them to be able to build that very particular underground train. So if a man has an initiative of starting a state-owned power plant and is already working, is that not a development? If a man has an initiative of starting a state-owned private refinery in collaboration with other private investors, is that not a good initiative? If a state decided to start a seaport, is that not a good initiative? If a state decided, had a plan of starting an industrial park, is that not a good initiative? If it can't finish it, is there no other next person that is coming in to take over from where he stopped? This is how the people overseas, this is how they rule their nations. Sometimes I wonder when some of us will start saying things as if we live in Europe, but we are not actually in Europe. This is why some of us will leave Europe here, and when we get back to Nigeria, we still be acting as if we have never left the shore of Nigeria. And when you say, Okoche, you don't call anybody Mumu here, okay? You don't call anybody Mumu on my wall. You don't use any wrong languages. Please just try as much as possible to be very, very civil in your comment. Please, guys, you know I don't like insults. Just try to be civil in our comments. Please, guys, please, thank you, guys. You know, when somebody comes up with an initiative, is that not even laudable? That's the only way we can ever grow. If we say, no, we don't need it because this one is not going to work in the next 10 years, when this one is going to work in the next 20 years, how are we going to develop as a state? Have we asked ourselves that question? In Nigeria, in Edo State today, the Civil Service Secretariat, probably known as the Palm House, that was built by Ogbemudia 40-something years ago. Some of us were still kids when Ogbemudia built that very particular Palm House. It was abandoned by other of his predecessors. The military government abandoned it. There came the civilian government of Oyegu, abandoned it. The military came again, they abandoned it. Ibn Lucky came again, he abandoned it. What's his name of this man? Oshomole came, he abandoned it. But Obaseki came and said, no. Obaseki said, no, we can't do this now. We can't abandon this project. He went in there and he began to build it. That is how governance is supposed to work. In Europe today, you see, Europe don't have, that's why you hardly get anything abandoned project in Europe or in America. The reason why you don't have abandoned project is because every project that one starts, when the other one comes, he finishes it. It don't stop you doing it because one person they don't like is now there. Rome was not built in a day. Thank you, my sister. So we must understand how government works. So we must be able to support one who has that initiative of bringing up new things that others do not want to go into, and it will start it. Listen, Obaseki starting this thing shows that we can. That's just what he's trying to tell us. We can. The Edo people can. What he's doing today, trying to make us see reasons, is for him to tell us we can. Edo have the capability. Nigeria have the capability to do wonders with what they have. We can. We can. We can. That is the word. Okay? You should vote for a man who had reduced the debt profile of the state by nearly 100%. You heard him on channels when he was trying to explain everything. That's the kind of man we want. A man that is prudent. A man that is prudent. We must look at that kind of a person. Do you know what makes abroad to be abroad? Is how they manage their resources. Sweden is not as rich as Lagos State. Get this now. Sweden, the entire Sweden, is not as rich as Lagos State. Belgium is not as rich as Congo, not Edo State. Belgium is not as rich as Congo. Belgium is not as rich as Edo State. Go check. But do you know what makes the difference? The ability for them to manage the resources they have and they expand on it and they blew. Today, this same nation give us loan. This same country, they give us loan. Belgium is as small. It's as small. If you divide Congo into 20, one part of it is Belgium. So therefore, Belgium is not as big as Edo State. Okay? But the ability to manage those things that they have has made them to be among the world superpower today. A small nation with nothing or whatever within their geographical location, but has become something wise. This is what we should be thinking as Edo people. When a man is there trying to make things that have not been working to start working, when a man is there trying to make you to understand that you can, we can, Edo can, we have the ability to become a pace setter. People are saying, no, we don't want that. We want to go back to the old ways of governance, where Aberos hold sway to the revenue of the state, where the political actors are becoming richer and richer by the day, and the other people are becoming poorer and poorer by the day. So it is so painful that we are not seeing things from the angle that some of us are seeing it from. This was the same thing that happened in 2015. It's about to replace itself. And many of the people supporting POI today, it will get to a point they cannot talk anymore. They will keep quiet because all we're going to hear is blame game. Just we are hearing from them today. None of POI supporters have been able to tell us what they can do, what POI can do. I've been coming out for the past 4 months telling you what Obaseki can do when he is elected. None of the POI guys have been able. All they do is to tell you what happened to Iyamo House, what happened to this town, what happened to this. That is just all they saw. Listen to me. This is what happened in 2015 at the time that what's his name Buhari was coming to power. It was just a blame game all through his campaign. The moment he got to power, he could not do nothing. Till tomorrow, he's still blaming PDP for his failures. When they increased the price of petrol, Gabashew blamed PDP. When they increased the price of electricity, Gabashew and the other man blamed PDP. Blame PDP. So the issue is you guys should continue to do the blame game. When the thing go clear, all of us go see. So let me continue with that. Number 17. You should vote for a man who talk less and act more. You should vote for a man who talk less and act more. You saw 3 days 3 days after Oshobole came out on national news and said that the modular refinery is an MOU that is not on ground. And when he was talking, I'm very sure that Buhari was laughing in his bedroom when he was watching Oshobole talking. The Buhari would have called the NNPC and said, well, this modular refinery that we want to go and sign the contract for Edo, what happened? And 3 days after Oshobole made that statement, they came to Edo. And the refinery was already 75% complete. At the moment they hear that, they said it's not for Edo anymore. But the issue is this. Why they could not hold Obaseki? Well, because he doesn't talk so much. If Obaseki was a guy that talks a lot, these guys would have heard him. They would have allowed anything that he was doing to work. We know why Gelegele refused to start. They know themselves. But they are just trying to play around it. The case that was being put on the Edo State government was all within these same people to make sure that Gelegele never works. But thank God for God. The time is coming. Okay? You should vote for a man who talk less and have more. You should vote for a man who refused to use the state fund to build himself a house, just like his predecessor did. This man, they're laughing him. I was watching a video that Samson Sage said, even though Obaseki does not even have a house in Edo State, after 4 years as a governor. I was like, okay. Is that supposed to be a campaign? Is that supposed to be a campaign? Or what? A man that could not build a house in 4 years. Are you supposed to praise him for not using your money to enrich himself? And I was surprised they were using that as a campaign against the man. I say, now so these people, now so they rich. So you even use a man that is trying to save money as a campaign. Say the man don't even build a house. When I hear them, I say these people, they never use laugh kill me. Because they could not see anything to even campaign with the even campaign that the man could not even pay rent. Even said, do you know that Obaseki is living at Iyamo house, Akomo house? Obaseki could not even build a house. He's living at Akomo house. I said, So that one is not a campaign. God of Israel. So not a man who refused to use Edo State money to build a house now become a campaign. What a shame. I mean, they are telling you if you give them power, they will use the state resources to enrich themselves. Let somebody tell me which work Oshomole do apart from being a tailor. Which work Oshomole do that gave Oshomole the kind of money that Oshomole had today? Which work Oshomole do that gave Oshomole the kind of house and property that Oshomole owned today in Edo State? Let somebody tell me. I want somebody to compare to tell me what kind of job did Oshomole did. What kind of job did he do all his life that warranted him to become a billionaire? I want somebody to tell me, those of you supporting him, to tell me. I want somebody to tell me what kind of job has Pastor Sagi Zeyamu done that warranted Zeyamu to become a millionaire. Sometimes we should tell ourselves the truth. Do you know I want somebody to tell me. I want somebody to tell me that. What job, which kind of work he work? Go to Google, put your Google in. What is the worth of Obaseki? Gordon Obaseki. They will tell you. As at 2016, Obaseki worth over 25 million US dollars. What on him? Tell me, I've checked there's nothing on Oshomole until he became a governor. He had no background. So that shows there was nothing on him. How did he manage to become who he is today? Listen, NLC chairman doesn't make you rich, my dear sister. My dear brother, I don't know whether it's a sister or brother. Please, don't be ignorant of that. NLC does not make you rich. If that's what everyone that are into one unionism or the other would have been rich men. Okay? Don't make that mistake. Being an LSC chairman doesn't make you a big man. Even those of them that are even Nupeng chairmen who are even controlling the money in Nigeria today are not even as rich as Shomole, who was just a tailor that was given the position of an LSC chairman. Please, my dear brother or sister, I don't know. Please don't go there. Okay? Number 18, you should vote for a man who refused to use the state fund to build himself a house, just like his predecessor did. Number 19, you should vote for a man that have been able to find, that have not been able to find anything against him since he became a governor. We should vote for a man that they have not been able to find anything against him before he became a governor and while still in office. Okotie, do you even know what Afro Invest means? Madam? Oh, Oga, do you even know what Afro Invest means? Don't listen to what POI said, my dear. POI is just ignorant of backing system, my dear. Listen, Obaseki is an investment guru. So as an investment guru, they never bankrupt. Get this clearly now. Don't listen to those words of Pastor Sagi Zeyamu. Don't you understand how economics works? As an investment guru, they never bankrupt. Never. Do you know that Abba said? Do you know that Abba said that even this guy came to come and stand for obaseki? You all watch that video. So when you guys are talking, don't listen to all those beer parlor debate that your principal just did some few days back. I beg, don't let us go there. 20. You should vote for a man who sees Edo first, Edo second, and Edo last. You should vote for a man who sees Edo first, Edo second, and Edo last. So that is one thing you need to put into consideration. Your welfare is Obaseki's greatest concern. That's why today they can pay teachers. None of these people supporting Oshomole today. In Oshomole time, he could not pay teacher salaries. He could not pay teacher salary. Amas Mark, you are also one of those that is recruited by POI. I've been following you, my brother. So you are also on the internet every day saying a lot of things. You are also one of those following, being paid to do what you are doing, bro. Okay? I live in Sweden. I don't even need the government to feed me, just like as you know. So if you think some of us are being paid to do what we are doing, it means you are also being paid to do what you are doing, bro. So don't cast aspiration on people, or because you just felt that you have a place. If you feel people are being paid, it means you are being paid because I follow you also. If you feel that I'm paid, then it means you are being paid to do what you're doing. So guys, let us be frank. Let us stay on focus and do what we need to do, bro. Okay. Number 21. You should vote for a man that knows how to be prudent in spending. Okay? A man that knows how to be prudent in spending. We should vote for such a man. Some people are just saying all they want to say because of their own personal interest, personal affiliation to either Oshomole because of what they got from him, or they just have to get something wherever of what I'll be home. Maybe you are not home. If you are not home, you will not know what is happening at home. Okay? So Obaseki is the man of the moment. I want to beg you guys. Don't sell your vote. Vote your conscience. Vote your conscience. Vote Obaseki. Is the man. He has done better than his predecessors. He has actually shown that he can take Edo to the next level. Come September 19th, which is this Saturday, he will become the next governor of the state by God's grace, by your votes. Let every Edos in diasporas, like I said before, call their people back home. 4 votes from each Edos in diasporas will settle the case. Just 4 of your people will settle the entire matter. That is the fact. Yeah, Obaseki paid me a lot of money. I said it before on my video. If you don't know, go watch some of my video. You're going to know. I've only analyzed the kind of money that they paid me. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you tonight. Until we meet again tomorrow, we must continually tell them the truth. No matter how painful the truth will be to them, the truth must be told, and we must continually to make them to understand that Edo must move forward. 4 plus 4 is a must. Until tomorrow, have a nice day. Bye, guys. I never see this kind
government for Edo. I never see this kind of love before. Wonder, 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 wonder. Obaseki, wow. Shaibu, wonder.
Friday, good night. Jolly Lou, good night. Grace Obama, I greet you.
Make because it's a Nigeria to smoke by follow. I don't see what's happening from a penny salary a lot. I don't think I know from under of the people. Pensioner, the society will no more progress for their money. Marketing, the society, no more illegal collection. I don't have a super, no more German money. Put the back, no more CPA collection. Obaseki, wow. Shaibu, other people say make you carry go. Wonder. Make you check infrastructure. Other people say make you carry go. Make you check etc. Other people say make you carry go. Make you check agriculture. Other people say make you carry go. Make you check empowerment.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Make you check development. Other people say make you carry go.
Until tomorrow again, we continue to provide them with the truth.
If you collect down, you go down.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God, sorry. I'm sorry. I sorry, my brother. No, I'm forgetting. No, I greet you. I greet you. You know, everybody, for me, everybody, we are all brothers. We are all brothers, no matter what it is. After the election, we'll go back again and remain one. Hamas knows me, he knows. Wilson, I greet you, my brother. You are doing well. I appreciate you
I said,